Hey guys, how's it going? Kire here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And in today's video, I want to talk about Clan Boss and then more specifically, what makes a good Clan Boss team. So breaking down the things to look for in each character, the types of characters you're going to want for Clan Boss. I'll give examples like a free-to-play rare standpoint and examples as you further progress in the game. So the point of this is going to be not necessarily, hey, these characters are good, but to be able to take these concepts and apply them to your roster. Okay, so what type of effects are you going to be looking for in a Clan Boss team? First thing is going to be survivability. So attack down, defense up, heals, and shields would be like the main survivability. Then after that, you're going to need to look for damage. So main poisoners and HP burn. Then next, there is the thing that everyone's looking for, but is very rare. Only 3 characters have are going to be counterattack. And then lastly, since this is a turn-based game, you're going to want to go fast. So there's characters that give speed boosts and then speed auras that you're going to look for. And then also too, that fits with auras, you're going to maybe want a defense aura if depending on how your team works. So survivability, damage, counterattack, and then auras. So are going to be the main things you're looking for. And then with that knowledge that you need to have all that together, you're going to want to find characters that hit each one of those criteria, or as many of them as possible, because in the beginning the characters only have about one maybe 2 of those things, so it's really tough to cover all of them in a roster of only 5 characters. But that's why certain characters are epic and legendary, is they combine them into one character, and so that's why they're so sought after. And in some cases, as you'll see, anywhere up to like 3 to 4 of those things in one character. So let's get into it. So I have kind of a graph that we break down of like an early game Clan Boss team. As you see on the screen here, here's an example of a really early game Clan Boss that covers all the different roles. So if, for example, here you see on the list, you see a couple buffs, and then you see 3 debuffs here. Apothecary here with a speed boost, turn meter manipulation, and a speed buff for the team. Then you got Marked here that gives defense up for the entire team. And then you got Kale here that's going to be the main burn of your poisons. On his auto, he has smaller poisons. And then on his main A3 move, he's going to provide the 5% poisons, which is going to be the burn to your damage. Aethel here is on her A1, is going to give a 3 hit with Weaken. And so that's going to make everyone else hit a lot harder. And then lastly, more survivability in conjunction with Marked. You have the defense up with Marked, and then you have the attack down with Veteran. Apply these concepts to whatever your roster is. Like there's replacements even in the rares for all these. Apothecary not so much, Kale not so much. Like there's Bogwalker, there's Veteran. It's just when you're dealing with rares, it's really tough to find replacements for him that fit these roles so well. And then a lot of people have epics that they can slot in or are going to fit these better. Like it's very rare that people are going to be stuck with only rares. I was just giving an example using only rares to try to apply the concept more so than the character. I wanted to show how when you progress in your account, the differences of having these early game, like how limited you are, because like you were missing a lot of things. Like we don't have we only have 1 defense up, so you're gonna have downtime. Attack down is only on a 50% chance. Might be some downtime. We don't have HP burn. We don't have a shield. We don't have counterattack. So those are the things that we're having to deal with because we're stuck with rares and we're in the early game. So let's move on to like the mid to late game, so you can see how the better characters will work in your team later. Here's an example. I hope this is clear. Here on the new graphic, this is more of like mid to late game as you're going to progress. You're not going to just jump to all of this, but this is going to be an example. How it works is, as you'll start to notice, you'll see people are showing up more often, like the same character showing up more often. So and then also we have a new category when it comes to HP burn and counterattack. Not saying that rares don't have HP burn, but the counterattack is an example that you could only get on 3 characters, minimum being an epic. As you'll see, characters are going to provide a lot more utility. A character that people constantly talk about as one of the best characters in the game is you'll start to see why. Counterattack is very rare. Like so in Martyr here, you get counterattack, but then not only that, you get our defense up, and then not only that, you get attack down. So you get all 3 things in just 1 character, so that frees you up for a lot of possibility. And then, for example, Apothecary is still one of the characters that is very hard to replace. I would recommend, and then also you'll notice on the list there's more than just 5 characters, because if you don't get a counterattack, they're so rare. I recommend replacing them with a speed character, because when it comes to counterattack, a lot of people tune it to perfectly fit what the Clan Boss does, but it completely changes how your team works. So I have these options here as, hey, I got a counterattack character, I'm going to go with that version of the team. But if you don't, which most people don't, yeah, I would recommend like slotting in like an apothecary, for example. And then next we have, Steel Skull here. He fits the role. You'll notice how Kale, for example, was only a poisoner, whereas Steel Skull is a person that can poison and he can provide defense up for teams. Tyrell, attack down and defense down, whereas Veteran was only attack down. So you're getting a whole bunch more stuff. Like Venus is a super good example of a character. Like if you ever pull like super rare void legendary, I get it, but the point being is that you'll be able to find characters that can provide so many roles. Like she provides more roles than Martyr here. She got poisons on her A1. She has a defense down and weaken. She also applies HP burn on her A3. So it's she just provides so much to the team. And so as you progress in the game, you're going to find more and more characters that can provide more roles, can fit more in, and then you'll get a whole bunch more of these categories checked when you're building your team. So, and just in conclusion, what we're looking for is these certain things. Mainly is going to be the first thing being survivability, and then we're going to be trying to add as many of these as possible, buffs and debuffs to your roster to provide as much damage as possible and to survive as long as possible in the clan boss. So I hope this is clear. I hope this helps out when you're trying to build your clan boss team. If you have any questions down below, let me know, and you guys have a good one. Peace.